What's up, fellas? Zan for Forward Progress Madden. First, I want to take a quick moment to thank you for taking the time to view this defensive ebook that I'm doing. This is the first time that I've ever done a defensive ebook, and I'm going to do it in a YouTube format. I'm going to be sure to tell you early and often to check the descriptions of these videos, as they will take you into future or previous videos that you may have missed. This is going to be a comprehensive defensive ebook all out of one formation. And it's going to be something that I hope that can help you improve on the defensive side of the ball, because Lord knows we all need help on defense this year, myself included. So let's get into this video. The entire ebook is going to be based out of the 43 over odd formation. So this is a formation that you can find in a few playbooks. The playbook that I'm running is the Atlanta Falcons defense. It's a playbook rather that is very popular this year for other formations, but as you know, I'm the type of player that usually does things a bit differently. 4-2-5 and Madden 12 was something that nobody really ran until after the New York tournament. I did very well in that tournament with that defense, and in the only tournament I played in this year, I got stops, but just didn't play well enough to make a deep run at the New Jersey event. But nonetheless, this defense did do a pretty solid job at containing shotgun runs and various other tactics that people used. I just didn't play well enough on the other side of the ball, which is a shocker considering Madden is a very offensive heavy game. So this intro video, I'm just going to go through one thing, and that's the personnel that we're going to use. Now, you can use a variety of teams with this scheme. I choose to use the Seahawks. I also use the Broncos in this year's game. But the majority of these videos will be done with the Seahawks because they're probably the best defense on the game, sans maybe the Niners. So we'll get into it here, and I'm just going to show you the personnel. First, let's talk about the secondary. Left corner on the screen is going to be Brandon Browner. That's nothing new. That's where he is by default. Free safety is going to be Richard Sherman. Strong safety is going to be Earl Thomas. Cam Chancellor is going to play right corner. Now, the reason for this is when you're setting pressure at your opponent or running a coverage-based defense, a lot of times it will cause players to check down to the short flat. Cam Chancellor is hands down our best hitter on this defense, so we're going to place him at the #1 corner so he can come down on the outside and make plays on the run as well as any dump-offs. We utilize his hit power and hopefully can force some fumbles. Earl Thomas is going to be a player that we use frequently, so his agility, his speed, his playmaking ability allows us to cover a lot of the field in a game that's very tough to use, or rather user coverage. So I'm going to use Earl Thomas in a lot of these examples as my user player. Richard Sherman is going to be playing zone, whether it be hook, buzz, flat, or deep. So he's our best overall cover corner. We're going to stay clicked off of him the most because he's the player that does the most for our defense without really having to do much with him. He's a player that, kind of like last year, players said, don't use your Patrick Willis because the computer, Patrick Willis, is a better awareness, better hit stick than what you can do as a user. I kind of disagreed with that a little bit. A lot of players did use Patrick Willis, but we're going to use that mentality with Richard Sherman, and we're going to go ahead and roam with a little bit more agile player in Earl Thomas. Now we'll talk about the linebacking core. We're going to use Toomer as our left outside linebacker on the screen, simply because of his 87 speed. He's just faster, so we're going to put him on the field, allow him to go out and make some plays. Bobby Wagner is going to play our Mike backer. That's nothing new. He's the default middle linebacker for this team. And Malcolm Smith is going to play our right outside linebacker on the screen. Again, he's a fast outside linebacker with 86 speed. It's going to allow us to make some plays underneath and contain outside runs. A lot of different things he's going to be able to do in this scheme. Defensive line is the most important part of this entire defensive scheme. You're going to have players in certain positions that allow them to use certain attributes that are going to allow you to get pressure, make spies a little bit tougher to swerve, coverage purposes, man coverage on running backs out of the backfield, just a variety of things that you're going to do that are going to allow you to improve your defense, and I'm going to show them to you right now. So first, Chris Clemens is going to play our left defensive end. The reason being is that in this scheme, he's going to rush a little bit more than he's going to play coverage. He's got very good finesse move, higher acceleration than Cliff Averill, who is your other option for this position, and is, in my opinion, a better Madden pass rusher than Cliff Averill. Our nose tackle, or when we spread the line, he will play a two technique, or I'm sorry, that is a one eye technique, depending on when you spread the line, whether or not they break the huddle, but that's for another video, is Reid Bryant. Reid Bryant is our best defensive tackle in terms of speed and strength. Strength is important because it's going to allow you to activate your block shed against the run game. That's something a lot of players don't know, is that strength and block shed are the two most important things for beating the run. So Reid Bryant's going to play that position, take on the left guard, take on the center, and allow us to make plays in the middle. By doing this, we're having him play a one-gap technique, whereas if he's in the nose tackle, he's going to be responsible for a two-gap. I'll talk about that in the future. Cliff Averill is going to play our right defensive tackle. What he's going to do is he's going to do a lot of zone, a lot of man, a lot of containing, and he's best suited for this because he's not really the best pass rusher on this team. So we're going to utilize his speed still by putting him in positions to make plays as this player on the field, the right defensive tackle. I'm going to move Toomer back on side here. Bruce Irvin, no shock, is our best pass rusher. So Bruce Irvin's going to play the right defensive end. We're going to get him free the most. Therefore, we want our fastest, best acceleration, good hip power. He does a lot for your defensive scheme, and he's going to play this position. Now, I do want to take a moment to talk about this position right here, the Cliff Averill position. If you want to use the Niners, by all means do so. You can place an outside linebacker at defensive end and then use the linebacker pass rush to get them here. But with a linebacker playing a defensive tackle position, they will not make tackles unless you are in the middle of a throwing animation. So an Alden Smith or an Ahmad Brooks here, while scary, to an advanced player, they're just going to stay patient. That player cannot make any plays. So that is the reason, one of the reasons rather, that I use the Seahawks in this defense. So that's it for the personnel. Make sure to check the description. We're going to go over a variety of defenses. I'm talking cover 2 blitzes, cover 3 blitzes, cover 0 blitzes, man-free blitzes, run defense, QB sneak defense, and all-out coverage defense. So there's a lot more to come, a lot of videos. They will all be in the descriptions for every single defensive play in this scheme. I don't want you guys to miss out on any one play because that's something you can use in a game that's going to allow you to get stops that you need. I feel like this is going to be the most comprehensive defensive scheme put out on the internet this year, and I'm bringing it to you for free. So if you enjoy it, please take a moment, hit the like button on these videos, get them viral, and help other players get good at this game as well, because that's what I want, is in a game that's very tough to user, very tough to get any advantage on defense. We all need this, and I hope I can help you out. So enjoy the rest of this, check the descriptions, and let me know what you guys think.